is Wednesday, June 2. Welcome to CGN News. Alverston Bailey, Associate Professor at UTEC's School of Public Health, says Jamaica should follow Cayman by offering cash prizes in a raffle to increase take-up of the COVID-19 vaccine. The Cayman Islands Tourism Association has offered a chance to win $10,000 and other prizes as part of an initiative to encourage people to get vaccinated. He believes a similar method could be applied in Jamaica to help reduce vaccine hesitancy. Bailey said the main prize could be $100,000 and other consolation prizes given for being a good citizen and getting vaccinated. Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness on Tuesday announced revised curfew hours, among other measures aimed at containing the spread of COVID-19. Weekdays, the curfew will run from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. until July 1. The weekend hours are at 8 p.m. on Saturdays and 2 p.m. on Sundays until 5 a.m. Monday. Holness announced that vaccinated people no longer have to quarantine for the full 14 days when they arrive in Jamaica. The new quarantine period for fully vaccinated persons who present a negative COVID-19 test is 8 days. Indoor cinemas and establishments that stage theatrical or artistic performances will remain closed. The new measures will apply for a 4-week period from June 3 to 30. The Barbados government has pointed to the influx of illegal guns as a major factor in the increase in violence in the country. While it has a much smaller population, the country sees the most gun-related crimes among English-speaking Caribbean nations after Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, according to a report by the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force. In 2019, Barbados saw a record 49 murders, dropping to 42 in 2020, but homicides have still more than doubled since 2012. According to Small Arms Survey, the country has regularly held amnesties to bring in unregistered guns, but with only a few dozen guns turned in each time, it is not a long-term solution to bring in Barbados' estimated 7,000 illegal firearms. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony says Guyana has reached an important milestone with the vaccination of some 201,347 persons to date against COVID-19. During his COVID-19 update on Tuesday, Anthony said he was pleased that persons are turning out for their vaccines despite the torrential rains. He again urged persons to come forward and take their second doses, as the first dose only gives partial protection against the disease. The increased number of vaccinations has pushed Guyana closer to achieving herd immunity, which will decrease the possibility of persons being infected with the virus. To achieve herd immunity, close to 500,000 individuals must be vaccinated. Overseas now, a ransomware attack on the world's largest meat company is disrupting production around the world just weeks after a similar incident shut down a United States oil pipeline. The Brazilian meat processor JBSSA notified the U.S. of a ransom demand from a criminal organization likely based in Russia, a White House official confirmed Tuesday. JBS has extensive facilities in the U.S., including processing plants in Texas and Colorado. 2 shifts were canceled Tuesday at the plant in Greenlee, Colorado, UFCW Local 7 reported. Union representatives were meeting Monday to try to get more information from the company. JBS has not stated publicly that the attack was ransomware. Canada says people who are given the Oxford-AstraZeneca vaccine for the first dose can be offered either Pfizer-BioNTech or Moderna for the second. This affects more than 2 million Canadians who received the Oxford-AstraZeneca vaccine before provinces stopped using it for first doses last month. The vaccine is potentially linked to a rare but serious blood clotting syndrome. In Canada, 41 confirmed or suspected cases have been diagnosed and 5 people have died. Several European countries are giving Pfizer or Moderna a second dose to AstraZeneca recipients. A recent published report says AstraZeneca recipients can be offered the same vaccine if they want it, or can be given either Pfizer or Moderna. A Belarusian activist stabbed himself in the neck during a court appearance in the capital Minsk, a rights group and opposition media have reported. Footage appeared to show Stepan Latipov collapsing after using what looked like a pen as a weapon on Tuesday. Latipov was taken to hospital and was reportedly in satisfactory condition after surgery. He's accused of setting up opposition social media and also resisting police after his arrest last September. He has denied all charges. President Alexander Lukashenko has carried out a harsh crackdown on opposition since his heavily disputed election victory last August. An Australian court on Tuesday rejected a challenge to the government's draconian power to prevent most citizens from leaving the country so that they don't bring COVID-19 home. Australians have been stranded at home since March 2020 under an emergency order made under the Biosecurity Act. Libertarian group Liberty Works argued in May that Health Minister Greg Hunt did not have the power to legally enforce the travel ban. Lawyer Jason Potts said Australians had a right to leave the country under the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights that Australia had ratified. But the judges ruled that submission was based on the erroneous premise that the right is absolute. The government says tough border controls are crucial in containing the COVID-19 spread. Pope Francis has changed Catholic Church law to explicitly criminalize the sexual abuse of adults by priests and to say that lay people who hold church office also can be sanctioned for similar sex crimes. The new provisions, released on Tuesday after 14 years of study, were contained in the revised criminal law section of the Vatican's Code of Canon Law. The law recognizes that adults, not only children, can be victimized by priests who abuse their authority. The Vatican also criminalized priests grooming minors or vulnerable adults to compel them to engage in pornography. The update represents the first time church law has officially recognized as a criminal act the method used by sexual predators to build relationships with victims they have targeted for sexual exploitation. And finally, Haitian-Japanese tennis star Naomi Osaka has received an outpouring of support from athletes across the world following her May 31 decision to withdraw from the French Open, citing mental health concerns. The four-time Grand Slam champion stunned the tennis world when she pulled out of the tournament. Osaka said she believed that post-match interviews adversely affected the mental health of many athletes. After being fined and threatened with expulsion, Osaka announced her withdrawal on Twitter. Following her announcement, several athletes have showed their support. "So proud of you," multiple Grand Slam winner Venus Williams posted on Twitter. Her sister Serena voiced her support for Osaka during a post-match interview. NFL player Russell Wilson, Jamaican Olympic sprint champion Usain Bolt, and NBA All-Star Steph Curry all sent her positive comments on social media. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.